This video will explain the medical commodity business in depth and probably answer most of your questions. Alright guys, so now I have my computer screen pulled up and we're going to jump right into this video. We're going to be covering frequently asked questions about flipping diabetic medical commodities. And as you can see right here, I have some diabetic medical commodities right here. And at the end of this video, I'm going to be talking about how much I spent for these and how much profit they will make me. So the first thing we're going to be going over is, will this work where I live, where you live? Now, as long as you're inside the United States, the answer is yes. Even if it is Hawaii or Alaska, there are people making money off flipping diabetic medical commodities in those states. And once you get it to a seasoned level, you can actually even go away on vacation. One of my top clients, I believe, is in Ecuador. He might have even been in South America for 5 to 6 months. So it doesn't matter where you live as long as you're inside the United States. If you live outside of the United States, I would recommend, when getting this business off the ground, at least have somebody boots on the ground inside the United States to get it set up for you. And if you want to manage it from, say, Europe or say South America or say Canada, that is possible, but have somebody local in the United States to get it up and running. The next question is this niche saturated? Is this business having too many people getting started in it? Or is there still room to grow and to make money? Now, the first thing you can do is go YouTube, will the medical commodities business work in my area? And I have a video that explains everything detailed about will it work in your area. But my answer is yes. If you're thinking about competition, you already lost. No matter what business you get involved in, unless it's like inventing something, there's going to be other people doing it. You need to think about domination, and you need to think about how can you get your piece of the pie. I don't care what part you're in, there's going to be a few people doing it. I would say in any given state, there's 5 to 10 people doing it, making all the money. I just had a client start August 15th, and she already bought almost 50 units of product. I don't know Georgia too well, but she said she lived in College Park and she's crushing it, and she was starting with a limited budget. So it doesn't matter where you're located, there's probably a few people doing it, and if you're weak, you'll start and you'll quit and it won't affect their business. I know people who start, quit, and they're not strong enough to push through the competition, push through the other people doing this to get their piece of the pie. Competition breeds opportunity. If you're looking at competition or other people doing this, then don't even do it. You're not strong enough. But in all honesty, there's only a few people in any given area doing this, and trust me, there's enough room for everybody to eat. Let's go over some stats next. It says overall numbers. In 2018, 34.2 million Americans, or 10.5% of the population, had diabetes. That means 1 in 10 people have access to these products that you can buy and flip. 1 in 10 people. Think about, even if you're in a small city. I know a guy that does this in Arkansas. His city is only 23,000. It doesn't matter the size of your city. It doesn't matter where you're located. As long as you have a few thousand people in your area, you can get paid from this business. Not to mention, it's an offline business. No tech skills required. So the next question is, Felix, does anybody else in my area do this? And like I said, competition breeds opportunity. The guy who does this in Arkansas with 23,000 people, who does this as an addition to supplement his retirement, he has nobody in his area doing this. But if you live in a big city, you might have more chance to make more money. Are there other people doing it? There probably are a few other people, and like I said, they're making all the money. How long should you be doing this business, or expect to be doing this business, before you actually see a profit? One of the things that I'd say would have to be the hardest about this business, and it's really hard for me to pick a hard point about this business, would be buying your first set of product. It's the same thing when it comes to people getting a gym membership, running 1 mile and saying, why didn't I lose the weight? It's the same thing. You go out there, you do basic advertising, which I'll talk about at the end of this video or further down the slideshow or the document. But people put out 1 set of marketing, they don't get any leads, they don't get any clients, and they say it doesn't work. The name of this game is consistent and persistent marketing. I let everybody know what I do. Every person I come in contact knows that I buy and resell diabetic medical commodities. You have to know that what you're getting or what you're building here is a system that you can make money on demand. The phone that I use for my business is a phone that literally I could call clients and, you know, every week, every 2 weeks, if I didn't know I needed to make 2,000 this week, I call 5, 6 clients and, you know I need to buy 30 to 50 units of product to hit my income goal. This is a business that you can literally just pull money out of thin air. So could you make money your first day? Yes, you could. Could you make money your first week? Yes, you could. Could it be your first 30 days that you get your first deal? Yes. Who knows? I wouldn't put a timestamp on it. As you can see right here, this is a guy I showed the game to. He said, I bought your course last Tuesday because I saw great value in this, took action right away on Wednesday all the way through Saturday. Honestly, I probably put in like 5 hours max worth of work. Anywho, I sent in my orders just yesterday and got paid out today, profiting $710, almost pays for my course. So in 5 days, he made $710 profit. So I wouldn't compare your success to his success. Comparing yourself to others is one of the things that held me back for the longest time in my entrepreneur journey. But this is one of the easiest businesses that you can literally get started and make money today, tomorrow, next week, 2 weeks from now. It's not something that you have to build up for months and months, but I've seen people who struggled their first 3 months and now make $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a month now. How long does it take to get through your training, Felix? So I do offer a training. My training is very direct and to the point. I say 2 to 3 hours, depending on as I keep adding videos or you take notes or rewatching it a second time. I bought a YouTube course one time and I tell you it was literally 40 hours long. I got so frustrated that I kind of just gave up, asked the course creator a few questions and went about my business because I wasn't trying to watch hours and hours and hours and hours worth of content. I was already somewhat of a seasoned YouTuber. I just wanted the information to implement, and you know, it was very, very fluffed up. Tell me exactly what I gotta do, and that's how I set my training up. I tell you what to do, where to do it, how to buy it, what to look for, who to sell it to, everything A to Z, how to market, everything, and it's real detailed and to the point. So do you need a vehicle for the medical commodity reselling business? No, you don't. Will it help? Yes. But is it necessary? No, it's not. There's 3 ways to work around this. Number 1 is mail-in. So even though 90 to 95% of my clients are in the local New Jersey area, I have a select in South Jersey. I have a select in Philadelphia. I have more in Connecticut and some in the different bureaus of New York. And while I could easily drive to them, it's much easier to have them mail the product to me. So there is ways to have clients mail product in and you not have to actually go and drive to them. The second thing you can do is use public transportation. If you're really hungry enough, you can find a way to get to your clients. And the third way is line your pickups. And what I mean by that is if one client has these 4 and another client has these 3, and then 3 other clients have 4 boxes and another client has 6 boxes, you pay your friend $120, you drive around for an hour, you go meet all your clients and you make some serious profit, even while paying out your buddy to drive you around. So right here, I spent around $150, and these boxes right here will make me around $350. So if you've got a lot of pickups that day and a lot of product to buy, you can pay somebody out while still seeing a profit yourself. 4 things to know about this business. Number 1, what are the medical commodities? We already touched on that. They're just a fancy word for diabetic testing supplies. Like I said, there are a list of diabetic testing supplies you can buy and make money from, and there's even a larger list of diabetic supplies that you cannot buy and cannot make money from. So it's very important to know the difference between the 2. Number 2 is how do we market for them? We do basic advertising. I'm not too fancy. I know you guys see me on YouTube, so you might think I'm a tech genius, but I'm honestly not. We do very basic advertising to have people call us and inquire about selling their extra diabetic testing supplies. Number 3, where do we get them from? We get them from people who have extras. So for example, my father has been a diabetic since he was 16. He gets 15 boxes of this right here every single month. He only uses, this is a 100 unit box. He only uses 5 boxes, which gives me an extra 10 every single month. I know with my private buyer, he pays $68 for this box all day long, whether I have 1 box or I have 1,000 boxes. So I take those 10 boxes times 68, that's $680, divided down the middle with my father, and that's 340 profit. So if I buy no other boxes all month, no other product all month, I'll make 340 profit. So we get them from people who have an extra supply that they don't need. And who do we sell them to? These all go to a private buyer. I don't have to go on eBay. I don't have to knock on, a old community housing and ask if they're looking to buy some extra supplies. For the past 4 or 5 years now, I've been selling to the same 2 to 3 people over and over and over and over and over. And I already know what I'm gonna sell all these for before I even buy them. So if someone tells me, hey, I got these 7 boxes, I look at my sheet, I know what this sells for, this sells for, this, you know what everything sells for. And you can kind of determine what you're gonna pay and what you're gonna profit all at one time. So that's the beauty of this business. You already know what you're gonna sell it for before you even buy it. So it's basically money in hand. This is just money sitting right here. Is there a lot of startup cost or overhead? In all honesty, this business has almost no startup costs. I'd say the only thing would be an actual phone to take your calls on, but there's a free way to actually take calls, and also maybe shipping. But by the time you have to pay for shipping, you already got prepaid. That's the beauty of this business. They will prepay me for this product, then I take it to the post office and ship it out.